Okay, good morning YouTubers, or should I say good afternoon. What you see before you is my answer to all these guys going out and buying the big expensive titanium Vargo cook pots and the MSR soloist pot. That means I'm talking to guys like Dave Canterbury, Mike from Bushcraft Barton's, etc., etc., etc. Don't get me wrong. Those $40 cook pots and the $80 canteen shop, canteen cup, and so on. Real nice equipment, don't get me wrong. But guess what? That's not common man. Common man goes cheap. See this right here? This is something called a hotel style ice bucket made of stainless steel. Pretty well used, as you can tell. Only I don't use it in this configuration. You see the knobs? I've put them back on just so you'd see how I bought it. 3 of these buckets for like 50 cents at a tag sale. But with those little knobs, it's almost impossible to get in and out of the fire. So I took the knobs off, and I instead do this. Okay, that wire I bent by hand. It used to be, pardon me a minute. Gotta go fetch, I forgot to grab it out of here. Where is it? There it is. That wire that's on my pot used to be one of these. Now, in case you don't know what that is, that's the steel wire that comes off of a turkey roasting pan. Stiff stuff, very useful material. What I did is I cut it and bent it, cold forged it into this shape. Now you're going to ask, now Prepper Emburado, why is the handle on the inside of the pot instead of the outside of the pot? Well, if it were on the outside of the pot, and where did I put it? It would be a lot like this paint can. Okay? That paint can is quite useful, but guess what? If I take this out of the fire and go to pour, it's going to pour all over my hand because the handle won't stop. It goes right on around. Instead, I put the handles to my pots on the inside. This way, when I pick it up out of the fire and I want to pour, look at that. I can pour straight into another container from this without pouring it on myself. Now you're going to say, now, but Mark, Prepper Emburado, that's an open top cook pot. An open top cook pot doesn't boil well. Well, I've got that answer too. Remember those handles I took off? Well, I saved them. And I made lids. I've got one like that. And for my other one with the handle, I've got this lid. I can go either way. Lid sitting inside, lid sitting on the top, depending on what I'm trying to do. Now, but where did you get the lids from, Mark? Prepper Emburado? You see this? I got this from the Dollar Tree for $1. You see the circle? That's where I'm preparing to cut out the next lid for that pot once I put a handle on that pot. But what about all this extra material? Well, I didn't waste that on the other 2 trays that I cut. Let me pull out my canteen and canteen cup. Okay, hang on a minute, guys. Okay, there's my canteen cup, right? Well, like I said, I didn't waste the material. I made a lid that slides onto my canteen cup and locks on. Looky here, fellas. Oh. Yep. Now, what do you think of that? I get 2 separate lids out of that dollar tray from the Dollar Tree. 2 lids for $1. The knobs are free because they came on the pots already. Now that's Common Man. And Dave, your stainless steel canteen cup, that's nice. But it's a little pricey for my taste. See this one? I got that one. And I got this Reliance canteen. Canadian issue canteen. $1 at Salvation Army. 50 cents, 3 32-ounce cook pots. Handles, freebies. Knobs, freebies. And $1.50 for the lids for the 3 pots. And I've got a lid for my canteen cup, 50 cents. I even had enough material left over out of the handle material so far. What do you think that is, guys? That's an alcohol stove. Well, it's the stove part at least. The alcohol, well, I've got several ways I can go about doing that. I can go to my ancient pop can stove and put this over it. Or I can go this route. 89 cents, Ocean States. 4.5 hours cook time. And remember I was telling you there was extra material like that left from the second lid? Here it is, guys. Not quite finished. It's been cut out. Now it just needs a knob put in it. Some holes drilled in it. And that'll just be a sit on the top instead of a lock-on lid. So you see, oh, I almost forgot. I got a third option over here. I got a toadstool stove. Any one of the 3. This is good for heating my canteen cup. This one and this one are great for cooking in those pots. Heating coffee, heating tea, cooking a pot full of rice, whatever I need to do. That's called self-reliance. Now I've also got some rigs that I use for cooking in campfire. But I didn't bring those out today. I just didn't feel like it. I think this is enough for one day. And Prepper Emberado says, peace out.